I don't know if y'all can see. Y'all see the squirrels? Squirrels love. There's a lot of squirrels here. Republic, they handle this park. A lot of the times I see either a scout or the truck sometimes drives in, because the guy, I know somebody who used to work here at Republic, and they told me, man, that truck can come in here and dump all them cans. Driver just lazy. Because the scout, I guess for some drivers, they come out and they do what they do. Yeah, it's a beautiful park, man. Get out, go walk sometimes, you know. Sometimes they have events here. I ran into a customer one time. He brought his horses here. He was like doing this thing with that. Wait, hold on. It's good to get up, go on a walk, get your steps in. Sorry for all my heavy breathing, but pretty heavy guy. Yeah, man, that was real suspicious this morning, man. I just had a whole lot of suspicious events, you know, like pretty much about to get lined up and murdered. People be paranoid, you know. I'm like, damn, it's only like, it's early in the morning, you know. Some people still ain't got out of bed, you know. But being a basurero means a lot of days you just get up a little bit earlier than everybody else, especially if you're a part of the early morning crew doing front end loader. You know, I was gonna do something else earlier today, but kind of had a disagreement. I was like, man, let me get out the house, man. Get out the house. Be all toxic. Oh, man, get out the house. Start moving. I've been slipping though. I'm gonna be real. I've been slipping. I ain't been on as much on it as I have been in the past, because it's like, got kids. You know, your kids got activities. But this weekend, it's kind of like, whatever. Oh my God. This hill's killing me. You know, my goal in life, not to be ripped up and shredded, is to be alive at like 70 years old, going on walks at the park. That's the goal in life. Be still standing. But you gotta earn it though. Gotta earn it. I'm gonna be real with you. 40s is a dark place, especially with my family history. I'd be like, man, I ain't trying to go out like that. Cousins, aunties, uncles. They're doing a lot of great work in this city, though.
I didn't do it.
The city Inglewood, they're making a lot of changes. Of course, you know, it's much different from when I grew up in the city. You know, there was like, you know, it was just more hood. It was more gangster. Not saying it ain't gangster now, but gentrification and everything pretty much got white folks with purse dogs walking down treacherous intersections like, nope, no problem. Where's that shady car? I was in this parking lot at first. Yeah, so it's, you know, much has changed. Mainly being, you know, with the stadium and the renovation of the Forum. Now it's called the Kia Forum. Clippers got a new arena, kind of like on the Lennox, close to the Lennox side, but it's still Inglewood. And you know, they're doing a lot of good things. And this part, just me in the past, however long I've been walking here, they done renovated the restrooms. Restrooms is a lot cleaner. You can they actually have soap and toilet paper, and it's like nice. And BMX, I don't know if you guys saw it earlier, but it's like a BMX situation. Yeah, it's nice, man. You know, but I take my kids sometimes. They have events here, you know, like high school reunions, birthday parties. Not only that, like the city throws events. They'll have special events and like nice stuff, really nice stuff. 30 years ago, oh no. It was no good. You know, you might see somebody getting put on, jumped on, or jumped off, beat up. You know, but that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Rent goes up, the poor gets displaced. All right, they end up having to move elsewhere, but I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. It's a lot of homelessness, man. It's a lot of homelessness. There's always been homelessness, right? But there's just a lot of homelessness. City has pretty much failed that situation. But then again, it's like homelessness is more than just like building a shelter, right? Like you can build a huge shelter. You can offer this and offer all kinds of stuff. But oftentimes it's like a web of complicated issues. Let's just say substance abuse. Person be on substances, so it's hard for them to break apart from that. Like they actually want to be on the streets. There was a story about this woman who was a war veteran, you know, I mean, our Army veteran, and she went, her daughter found her in the tent, pretty much being, you know, decomposing and being, it's just horrible situation. She was, you know, made these blood curdling screams because these dogs were just picking her mom apart. And she was just like, of course. And then you had people in the comment section like, dude, how could you allowed your mom to be homeless? And it's like, no. Do you know what it's like to deal with a person that has substance abuse issues? Like, everybody's talking from a place of, oh, if this was me. Like, dude, like, for anybody who's had family members who've had substance abuse issues, is very, very, very complicated. Because you're trying to get the person off the substance, and the person's trying themselves, but they just, it's like a chemical romance. Like, they just can't break apart. Their brains are so attached to that chemical, they're willing to go to whatever extremes. They don't want to be civilized. They would rather be under the influence of that substance. They would rather be alone, kind of secluded from everybody else, so they can do whatever substances that they want to do. So it's not as simple as the family abandoned them. No, it's just, it's very complicated. I felt so bad for that lady. I'll probably post something, you know, like a screenshot of what I'm talking about. But man, you know, this is where we are, man. You know, but yeah, man, it's a huge problem. Me just being in a city of Torrance, and the city of Torrance is like one of those, I guess you could say, not in my backyard type cities, where it's like it's not like Santa Monica, you know, where Santa Monica is kind of like open. Torrance is a little bit more, you know, they're a little bit more strict with people. They're a lot stricter. But even in Torrance, I'm going to, I've opened an enclosure, and bam, there's a guy right there. He's literally laying right there in front of my can, next to just excrement and just trash and filth and rodents and everything. I'm like, I felt so bad. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. He's like, no, it's okay, man. I'm sorry, man. He got out the way. I'm like, oh, man, did you forget this? I think it was a lighter for the pipa. I was like, yeah, man, here's your lighter. And he took his lighter, and he was respectful and everything. But just goes to show that, man, it's bad out here. Even in one of the episodes that I upload, I'm going to pull in at this one stop, and then bam, there's a guy like right there. He's just chilling with his laptop and minding his business. I'm like, oh, man, it scared the heck out of me, because nobody's usually there, but he's right there. I'm like, hey, you out my way? I'm out your way. I don't mind. You don't interfere. You just kind of mind your business. No problem. But, you know, I ended up servicing the customer, leaving. And then I thought to myself, I'm like, damn, man, this stuff is like everywhere. It's everywhere. Like, it's nowhere to avoid it. No way to avoid it. Oh yeah, so I was talking about a customer that I had. He had his horses right over here where it says Inglewood Pump Track. He had his horse over here. He was doing like a birthday party. He owns some horses, and basically he hosts birthday parties were like right in this section. have the kids do horseback riding and stuff like that. I was like, damn, that's cool. I kind of fanned out when I saw him. I'm like, hey, but I'm like, nah, he was some little kids. He handling business. He ain't got no time to be like talking to me. So yeah, there's that. Yeah. There goes the BMX track. Tennis courts for the next, I guess you'll see it when I get closer. But yeah, BMX, we got like a BMX ramp. They also got like tennis for kids who want to do tennis. It's a nice park, man. For me, I was like kind of hesitant at first. I'm like, man, I kind of don't know about this park, right? But it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. It's majestic. And any time of day, you know, the trees, the squirrels, the nature, fresh air, it's totally worth it, man. Everybody on their BMX, skateboards. Starts getting crowded in the morning though. You know, like really, really packed. I'd say like around 9.
Phoenix, come on. We're going to tennis class. I see him. Come on.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, come on here, big hitter.
I was in their way. I was in their way. I just saw something so funny. So, I guess this happened in MacArthur Park. There's a dating app scam. Oh my goodness. This is not funny, but basically there's these two couples that set guys up on a dating app. This woman clearly, as somebody said in the comment section, shouldn't be hard to identify. I mean, come on. What's understood doesn't need to be said, but they use that to, I guess, lure the victim into meeting up at a shady location. And like I said, you know, instincts. The guy, I guess he didn't have his instincts or whatever, and somebody grabbed the door, you know. And the guy got so spooked because they busted their, you know, one of the guys had let off a shot or two. The victim ran. They stole a car 3 hours later, set the car on fire. Just all bad. So if you're out there on them dating apps and you see those, just be aware. Might be a setup. You know, might be a setup. If it's too good to be true, yeah, it's probably too good to be true.